Hey guys, I'm Adam. This is On The Break, and welcome to episode 8 of the FM20 beta series here with Chelsea. We've got 2 games for you today. First of all, we got the first leg of the Champions League quarter-final at home to Real Madrid, before we play Tottenham at home in the Premier League. Since you were last with us, which was the 3-1 win at home to Bournemouth, we've only played 1 game. We beat Southampton 2-1 away, so we went ahead early through Kovacic, and then grabbed the second through Willian just before the hour mark. They did get one back through Che Adams, but we were pretty convincing in this one, to be fair. If we take a look at the stats, 43 shots, 16 on target. So we maybe didn't create the best chances, but they sat in this very deep 4-4-2, which made it quite difficult to break them down. So we created a lot of efforts without creating a lot of chances, really. But we did what we needed to do and got a relatively convincing win. So that leaves us at 4th in the Premier League. Arsenal do have a game in hand on us and can overtake us. But you see there, we're in a very, very tight, almost a 5-way title race. So the season's definitely hotting up a bit. But I'm hopeful that some of the teams around us will drop some points. We just need to keep doing what we're doing. But before we get too into it with the Premier League, we need to go and try and progress in the Champions League. So this is the team we're going to go with. We've got Kepa in goal. Back four of Azpilicueta, Tomori, Rudiger and Emerson, with Kante and Kovacic in midfield and Pedro, Mount and Hudson-Odoi in behind Abraham up front. Pulisic is back in the squad, only fit enough for the subs bench really, and we'll bring him back in slowly, maybe give him a half out on that right wing. Real Madrid there lining up in their usual 4-3-3, Hazard, Bale, Benzema up front, all really big threats obviously, but just quality all through the side. And we're going to tell them that we owe Real Madrid after what happened in the last game. We do like a revenge team talk. It gets the team motivated. You may notice from the overview screen there and a couple of little changes, I am using a different skin. This is a skin that was released by Casey Renzi. I hope I'm saying that right. Apologies if not. I'll leave a link to that down in the description below. It's a really, really nice looking skin. We do get an early chance here with Pedro forcing a save. And we do win the corner. But it is a really nice looking skin. I really like what's been done with the different panels. So we'll be using this one for the foreseeable, and links down in the description for that one, guys, if you want to download it yourselves. So we've got off to a really good start here, to be fair. We're creating all the chances, we're getting all the highlights. We've seen very little from Real Madrid so far. It's still early doors, but they've not even had a shot yet. Seem to be controlling the game quite well, which is good to see. Approaching half-time then, and we do get a highlight, but Pedro can't get to the ball, and Mendy collects. He's got Kante and Pedro closing him down though. He comes back inside to Kroos and then to Modric. And these two will just sit and dictate play all day if you let them. Kante tries to close down. It goes out wide to Militao, who knocks it into Bale. And Modric goes back out to the left-hand side for Ferland Mendy, who has a shot. It's gone just wide. So half-time then, and 0-0. Not doing too badly at all. I'd like us to go and nick a goal and go ahead in this one. But I think the bigger thing really is to stop them scoring. If we can go there and knowing that a one away goal would make the difference in the tie, I think that would be huge for us. We're going to get Pulisic on for the second half, but we're going to take Hudson-Odoi off. He's not playing too well, and we're just going to stick Pedro out on that left-hand side. He can do that inverted winger role, and we'll have Pulisic on the right as more of an out-and-out winger to try and offer a different threat. So towards the start of the second half then, Real Madrid trying to build from the back. Militao has to rush to get to that one with Pedro closing him down. But Gareth Bale's got the opportunity to drive at us now, and we know how dangerous that is. He goes for the long shot, and is speculative at best, and nowhere near threatening. And we come the other way now with Azpilicueta taking the throw-in into Mason Mount. He's done a really good job there of trying to beat Casemiro, but the cross comes to nothing. Benzema now collects, and he's charging down this left-hand side. And Bale has been given all the space in the world. Emerson tries to close him down and forced him to shoot wide. But a bit of a let-off there. That could have been far more dangerous for us than it turned out to be. On the hour mark, we're going to look at another change. I think we're going to get Ross Barkley on for Mason Mount. He's not done too much today, Mason, to be fair. And I think actually we're just going to change that roll up and just have Barkley sat as that attacking midfielder. And then just try and push Pedro on a little bit. And we'll try and threaten them out wide a little bit. So we get a corner now with Pedro to take. Varane heads away. But Rudiger steals it from Modric. What can he do with it? He's gone to Pedro out on the left, who hits the post. Another corner now with Pedro to take again. Abraham's there, but he's hit the bar. And we are threatening from these set pieces. All it takes is just that one chance. Courtois now plays out to Isco. He knocks back to Militao, who's under pressure again from Emerson. Varane uses it well, but Emerson nods back, and hopefully Rudiger won't do anything stupid with that. He goes back to Kepa. And Tomori now with the ball over the top for Abraham's chase. He's taken it really well. Militao tackles, but it falls to Ross Barkley, and that's a wonderful finish. We do go 1-0 up. Ross Barkley's 7th goal of the season. We hoped he would make an impact, and he's done just that. So Tomori with the long ball over, and Abraham does really well to win this before any of the defenders. Militao with the slide tackle, but Barkley takes a touch to get him away from Varane and drills it into the bottom right-hand corner. It's a wonderful finish. And we come again, well, we should have come again now, but Azpilicueta's sloppy and gives the ball away. Ferland Mendy now down the left, puts the ball in. Benzema equalises. There's a bit of hesitation there. I'm not sure if that's going to be ruled out. It has been chalked off. Benzema's offside. You see there as the ball comes in, just strays offside. So a huge let off for us there. And with 5 minutes left, I think we're just going to make one more change. And I think we are going to take Kovacic off, get Jorginho on. But then we're just going to drop back to a DM and just get Barkley to sit in the centre of midfield there as the playmaker. Just to add that extra defensive body. And Real Madrid have gone 4-4-2, which isn't something you see from them very often. But they do get one last chance now with Mendy taking the throw-in into Cruz, and he's cut inside. They go back to Nacho, who puts a ball over to the right-hand side to Isco, but Emerson does really well to steal in. Then Pedro gives it away. James Rodriguez's throw. They've had 12 shots today, Real Madrid, and only one on target. We're quite fortunate in a sense that they've been a little bit wasteful, but I think we've done really well there to shut them out and steal a 1-0 win. So that's a really good result and puts us in a really strong position going into the second leg, which will come in the next episode. That was a very good win for us. Lovely old stuff. So we are just going to skip forward. We've got 3 days until the Spurs game. We're going to skip through to that one, and I'll be back in a sec to run you through the team. Right then, guys, welcome back. We are all ready for the Spurs game, but you meet me on the screen of Jerome Nguene. Pronunciation is not my strong point. That's going to be a nightmare when we go to Sweden. We've signed him, Jerome. We'll go with Jerome. We've signed Jerome, £9.25 million. He had a release clause, so we've met that. I think he's really solid. He's quick, he's strong, he's tall. He's got really good determination, good positioning, tackling, marking, heading, all relatively decent. We're looking at the possibility of maybe going to a back three at times next season. So with Christensen coming back, Ampadu coming back, and this guy coming in, those three plus Tomori, Rudiger and Zuma, that gives us 6 really strong centre-backs. So if we do look at going down the back three route, then we've obviously got more than enough cover. If we're looking more like we're going to stay with a back four, then Ampadu can go back on loan or he can slot into the midfield. But I have just noticed at the bottom there, he's fractured his leg. So he's out for 3 to 5 months. That was not the case when I signed him, so that is not ideal. So let's get into the team for the Spurs game. We've got Kepa in goal, back four of James, Tomori, Rudiger and Azpilicueta. We've got Kante and Kovacic in midfield, with Pedro, Barkley and Hudson-Odoi in behind Abraham up front. So Spurs there going with the narrow diamond, Kane and Son up front is interesting. Alderweireld at right back, is also an interesting choice. No Walker Peters on the bench there, so I assume he's injured. I'm going to say that I expect nothing but a win. We're against our rivals, we're at home. And if we beat them, that's going to be a huge statement. And hopefully, someone else, Liverpool, Arsenal, will drop points. And we can look to secure this top 4 spot. Not a lot going on early on, but we get a corner now with Pedro. Abraham heads just wide. Just going to pause there for a sec. We're 27 minutes in. We've had 26% of the ball. What is going on here, boys? Let's shorten this passing and lower the tempo a bit. Let's try and keep the ball for a little bit. We'll work the ball into the box as well, but at the minute we're being absolutely overrun. We're not seeing a lot so far, but we're coming down this right-hand side now with James and Barkley working it nicely. James has gone around his man. Hudson-Odoi can't get onto the crossfield ball though. And Alderweireld leads off to Kane. It's a big ball forward from Ericsson. And Pizzi collects. Rudiger misses the tackle, but they work backwards. Alderweireld obviously not a natural right back, so you can't expect his attacking output to be too much, but he's got acres of space now. Puts the cross in for Son, and he heads just wide. And we look at coming down this left-hand side now with Azpilicueta, Barkley, Kovacic all working quite nicely. Ball spread over to Kante, he's beaten his man, can he put the cross in? Hudson-Odoi at the back post, but he heads just over. We're still not doing well with this possession. We're approaching half-time. We've just got one more chance from a Pedro corner. And Abraham, massively against the run of play, you've got to say, but he does put us 1-0 up. His 22nd goal of the season. And we're creating chances without having a lot of the ball at all. Pedro puts the cross in. And Abraham on the volley. Lloris, I assume, is in goal. No chance. But I've never known a first half like it. 31% of the ball. But we've had more shots. We've had the only shots on target. But we're trying to keep the ball. We're just being completely overrun on possession. But we've been more clinical when it counts. And I don't know what to do now, because I was going to tell them that I'm not happy. But now that I'm ahead, are they going to get upset if I tell them that? I'm going to go out there and put on a worthy display. It's motivated a few of them. And I don't know if there's anything we can change. I think we just got to go out there and try to just get a foot on the ball and try to keep it a little bit. We've already shortened the passing. There's not too much more we can do with that. Spurs coming now down the left-hand side. Barkley tries to steal in, but it works to Eriksen. And Dombele's in a bit of space. They've worked it nicely, and that's a really good goal, to be fair. Harry Kane's 17th goal of the season. And they've torn through us there. We'll catch it in the 3D replay. So Eriksen collects on the edge of the area, works it back to Ndombele, and it's a lovely little passing move into Pizzi and then to Kane in space, and he drills it through Kepa. So what do we do here? Do we go to a counter-attacking system if we're already not having the ball? James puts in the free kick, but Lloris tips it over. Pedro now will take the resulting corner, and Rudiger was in a bit of space there. Tomori collects, he goes back out to Pedro, and Rudiger can't keep that one in. If we're seeing this little of the ball, I'm tempted to go to the counter-attack and see if we can hurt them that way. But I don't know if that's just going to invite more pressure on. Well, the first thing we're going to do is get Ross Barkley off. He's having a shocking game. We're going to get Mason Mount on. Or do we just embrace the fact that we're not having the ball in a different way and just ramp this back up? And maybe just try and play down the wings? That's a bit of a risk, but if we could grab a goal... The wingers are both playing as inside forwards, so if we try and focus to play down the sides, but narrow it a little bit. I don't know whether that's going to be a masterstroke or a disaster. I guess we'll find out together. And we'll get this one back underway. See if Mason Mount can provide something. I'm going to shout for a bit of passion as well. They've just not looked with it in this one, even though we're not doing too badly. Obviously, we're drawing the game. We've had the better of the chances quite considerably. But I think this one's probably going to fizzle out to a 1-1, although we do get a highlight now. Mount collects from Azpilicueta. It's a big ball over to Pedro. He's in tons of space. But Lloris makes the save and Alderweireld clears. From that resulting throw-in though, Kovacic with the chance to put the ball in. It's worked quite nicely. Mason Mount. And just like Barkley did in the Real Madrid game, we've brought Mason Mount off the bench. And it's turned out to be an inspired substitution. His 9th goal of the season. We'll check the 3D replay. Kovacic works it really nicely with Mount. Puts the ball into Abraham. He's got nowhere to go. So it comes back to Mount. And he drills it low. And it's too hot for Lloris to keep out. And hopefully now they don't score from this one. We're going to go back to balance. Kepa collects from the wide free kick. Spots Pedro in a bit of space. Reece James collects and Pedro now is in. It's a good ball over the top from Reece James and Pedro seals it. 3-1 to Chelsea. We're going to go second in the league. I don't know who's got games in hand. We'll have a look after the game. But Pedro with his 12th goal of the season. We have tied Pedro down to a new 1-year deal. We have sealed that contract. At the start of the season, it wasn't looking like he was going to be worth it. But he's really come into his own second half of the season. He's had some wonderful games for us. I think we would have been a lot worse off without him. So we'll tie him down for another year and he can compete with the likes of Fisher that we've brought in. But yes, a 3-1 win. Really, really good. Really pleased with that. So Liverpool with 2 games in hand on us. Man City with 1. So both of those teams can and probably will go back above us. Arsenal as well, to be fair. But hopefully somebody, a few teams hopefully, can do us a favour. Passionately, I think we're going to tell them that we're very pleased with that. And I might have a look, if we go into the Premier League a sec, when are the next games? So you've got Liverpool and Man City later today, Man United, Arsenal tomorrow. So I think we're just going to see what these results are. We'll send the assistant to the press conference. We're not bothered about that. Pedro, you were wonderful. Fantastic. Keep that going. Is anybody going to do us a favour? Liverpool have won. You can see that they've beaten Aston Villa 2-0. Man City win as well. So we're back down to 4th. So Man United have done their bit. They've beaten Sheffield United. And Arsenal also winning. So everybody's won this time round. Nothing really changes. We are still in the top 4. But it's by the skin of our teeth. We need someone to beat Arsenal. We'll take anyone at this point. So, next episode will be the away leg of that Real Madrid tie. Plus the away game at Wolves. So 2 difficult away games. But hopefully we'll progress in the Champions League. And we'll get one step closer to securing that top 4 spot. If you've enjoyed that, guys, please leave a like on it for me. It really does help the channel massively and it means a lot as well. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any FM20 content. And thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.